The way I look at internal fraud is more as a holistic approach. So already credit unions have policies and procedures built in to monitor their controls, their internal controls, their dual control, their account maintenance, their account activity, in addition to, again, accounting cash drawers and things like that. The biggest issue that I have seen with internal fraud has to do with focusing entirely on the membership as far as them getting in the door, meaning internal fraud because the account is already there, so they're already a member of the credit union, as opposed to looking at staff issues. Because nobody wants to focus on internal fraud. It's not exactly a feel-good part of credit union operations. Nobody likes to think that the people they work with could be liars, cheaters, or stealers. So oftentimes policies are either limited or silent as to how those risks are to be monitored. Again, all the studies have shown that most risk from fraud, or the greatest risk, is internal. So I would say that the biggest mistakes that I have seen is that the tools that are already in play, the reports and things like that, accounts paid forward, dormant accounts, transaction reports and things like that, are underutilized with regard to fraud scrubs. Oftentimes they're looked at more through quality loops or through employee review, as opposed to looking at them as diagnostics for potential fraud.
Okay. Top 3 things that they could do tomorrow to improve their ability to detect, ferret out, address internal fraud, what would they be?
Well, number 1 would clearly be adopt a code of ethics. The code of ethics, I think, is an excellent tool to wrap the entire program around. It's soft. It is, for lack of a better word, sexy. How's that for a soundbite? Because instead of saying don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal, it is this is what we expect of you. It sets the expectations coming in, and it talks about ethics from the board all the way down to the tellers, including senior management. So it is not singling out one level or one class of employee. Oftentimes, again, having been in credit unions, I realize that there is a major split between back office and front office. And knowing that there is a single code of ethics, a single set of expectations that covers everything, you can hang your hat on that a lot. It lets people know, again, what's expected of them and what's expected of the people around them. And it becomes, again, a good mechanism for training. Other things is, as far as a fraud risk assessment, determine which employees have access to which goodies, if you will, money, data, whatever, and figure out what existing mechanisms you have to monitor that fraud risk. And finally is have a program together, either through a regular internal audit plan or outside audit plan, to make sure that somebody's looking at those mechanisms. One of the things I repeat over and over again is there's only one thing worse than not having those types of diagnostics, and that's having them but not revealing them.
Okay.